I throw back my daily fistful of pills with a glass of water. After a solid 8 hours of sleep, I don't really know what I was so afraid of last night. As I chew a particularly large tablet in half, I continue to rationalize my worries away. Shizune knew I was taking sign language classes all day yesterday and didn't make a big deal out of it. She might be mute, but that doesn't mean she can't make her feelings known. No, in fact, it seems that she's all the more direct for it. She doesn't beat around the bush or hold back. She always makes herself clear unapologetically, so there can be no mistakes. So if she wasn't mad, then it's unlikely she would be at all. I'm sorry, were we not telling her because we thought she would be mad that I'm taking sign language classes? I thought we weren't telling her because we thought that it would be considered a loss to be not good at sign language or something. I don't know what exactly his reasoning was, but it wasn't that she would be mad that we were taking classes. It's unlikely that she would be at all, and on top of that, I didn't do anything wrong anyway. Seriously, why are you stressing about this like you did? But as the fear of mine recedes, the thought of spending a couple days with Shizune without Misha takes its place. I hadn't really thought about it yesterday, but the idea becomes more and more intimidating. It's true that I can understand sign language pretty well, but I would definitely hesitate to say that I can understand it above a basic level, and if she were to speed up her signing, which she does quite a bit, I don't think I could keep up. She does that because she's talking to Misha, who speaks sign language, and, maybe she's, maybe not a little scrambled, but she could technically understand it. If she knows you are stupid in sign language, first of all you have to say is, I only know basic sign language, and all she will say is basic sign language, because obviously maybe this won't be the case, because she's going to probably try and make a fool of us, maybe, but maybe not, Who's to say? I don't think I could keep up. Signing, too, is not my strong suit. Doing both at the same time, like Misha can, is still a distant dream. Hichan? What? Don't forget you said you would help out with the building stalls today, behind the school, after classes are over, okay? Oh my god, me and Shizune behind the school? After school? God, oh, I know. Last time you helped out, Hichan, we really appreciate it. This time it's even more important, so skipping out is unforgivable, okay? I want to ask why that is, but there isn't any opportunity to. Besides, Misha is behind on her classes, so it seems like a bad idea to distract her now that I know that. I can always ask her at lunch, which is what I end up doing. Because, Hichan, a festival that celebrates a town is exactly what it sounds like. It's to celebrate your home and its history. Tanabata is different. It's for wishes and lovers. That definitely makes it more important, doesn't it? Yeah, naturally it would be. Is that really what it's for, though? Hichan, you have no sense of fun. She puffs out her cheeks in displeasure before blowing the air out like a deflating balloon. You have to appreciate things like that, even if it's just an excuse to eat interesting things and dress up in the end. I'll be disappointed in you if you don't go, okay? Or if you don't, sorry. Before I can say anything, she turns to the side and inhale a croquette. What is a croquette? After classes, I meet Shizune behind the school, where it seems she's already set everything up sometime yesterday. She greets me with a short wave, and then a flourish of the hammer already in her hands, extends out an arm towards the stalls behind her. Some of them already half completed, others still haphazard piles of board bundled together with string. As time passes, I realize the pills can only do so much. Sorry, I heard the ticking. I was like, what is that? I still get way more tired than should be normal. Luckily, Shizune's back is to me, so I can afford to take a lot of breaks without having to worry about her wondering why. When I stop and think about it, though, I start to feel pretty guilty for taking advantage of her inability to hear that my hammer stopped banging. It's a terrible thing to be happy about. That's pretty fucked up, but that's really funny. Her work ethic is admirable. It's obvious that it bores her and even annoys her, but she doesn't slacken her pace. When she gets tired of nailing a stall together with one arm, she switches to the other. Shizune. I feel like an idiot the second I say her name. I can't tell her what I think. There's a hammer in my hand as well, and in the end, I feel like I have to keep up with her. I can't slack off either, especially when it's just the two of us. There's no time to sign, no opportunity, not even a compliment for a job well done. Even something as casual as that would require me to put my hammer down, get her attention, and then sign it to her. A simple gesture turning into something so needlessly complex, like a single footstep taken on a road that's longer than first imagined. I've known her for long enough to know this, and still forgot it. The air is filled with the rhythmic knocking of nails being driven into wood. It's actually kind of nice after a while to pass the monotony of a task at hand. Try to match my hammering to Shizune's, then alternate it to try and form a beat. Of course she doesn't notice. I would do that shit. I do that shit all the time. It makes me wonder, does the lack of sound make this work seem more drawn out and boring to her? Is it strange? Yeah, she wouldn't be able to, like, listen to music doing mundane shit. That sounds terrible. Is it strange, being unable to hear the results of her actions even as she feels the vibrations through her fingers? Or having no concept of sound? Does it bother her at all? Well, you can't miss something you never had, I suppose. That's just kind of how it is. But, like, if she has heard before, then, yeah, probably. Distracted, I don't notice Shizune sneaking up on me until her head pops into view. Taking a break? Yeah, I guess. Okay, let's do that. You can understand sign language. That makes it more convenient for both of us, even though you hid it from me. Why? Why what? Why did you decide to take sign language? I'm sorry, is this conversation not proof enough? Her eyes don't break off mine even for a second. If she needs to read my response, her peripheral vision is good enough. Once she has something in her gaze, she doesn't look away. It's strange how piercing her eyes can be, dark as a lake at night. Because I wanted to. It seemed like it would come in handy. And it did, didn't it? Yes. Oh. I'm sorry I didn't catch any of that. See, this kind of thing still comes up now and then. I wish Misha was here. Don't say that. Don't be like, I wish your hot friend was here. Damn. She has work to make up for, doesn't she? That might be partially my fault. Misha doesn't need supplemental lessons. Her grades aren't the best, but she understands how the decisions she makes... God, my slur. What was that? She understands how the decisions... Wow, I can't say decisions. Decisions. Wow, this is a weird time to realize this about myself. She understands the decisions. It's understands that gets me. Understands the decisions. How the decisions she makes affect others. That puts her ahead of many people. Especially certain blondes. Wait. What? Her grades aren't the best, but she understands how the decisions she makes affect others. Puts her ahead of many people. Oh, so she's saying, like, that puts her ahead as in, like, morally ahead. Especially certain blondes. She doesn't forget things easily. Your sign language is very good. You're learning oddly fast. I've been taking classes for a while now, and it's kind of easy to pick up after a while, through immersion or osmosis, that kind of thing. It's not too bad. And I'm really stuck. Misha's there too. And if I'm really stuck, Misha's there too. You've brought up Misha twice now. I guess I spoke too soon. I didn't understand any of that. Time to backpedal. Well, yeah, it's not actually that easy. It's actually hard as hell, like I'm trying to pick up broken glass. I don't know what she said. Maybe... What? Why am I responding? But I guess in some ways it's interesting as well. Like an adventure. Well, no. Picking up broken glass is not an adventure. Sure it is. It's just as challenging. If you use a dustpan and a broom, it's not. I feel frustrated and sad. When I look up, I notice that she has a can of soda in her hand. Where did you get that? I forget to sign it, but she understands anyway, following my eyes, and she produces another one from behind her back. She tosses it in my direction, and I catch it with both hands. I brought an extra one for you. She pauses to slide her fingernail through under the tab of her can and pop it open. What? Pop it open before setting it aside for a moment. If you're gonna try and help me so much, then I have to look out for you too. It's only natural. If you're gonna learn sign language, that is something entirely different. I'm naturally going to be impressed. What separates the two is obligation. I'm very happy. She downs her drink in one go. Oh yeah, those cans are like that big, right? Or something. I actually don't know. I really wanted, I don't know, Japan, whatever. It's not important. She downs her drink in one go, stretches her arms behind her back, and jumps to her feet. Okay, back to work. And like that, it's over. Shizune returns to her work with the same energy as before. the lingering traces of a smile on her face, the only evidence that she had taken a break at all. As I do the same, I think that Misha was right in saying that everything would work out for the best. It's slowly getting darker, isn't it? Am I crazy? It is. Everything so far seems to be going in that direction. Misha swings by as it starts to get darker, looking just as tired as I feel, and Chizune decides to stop for today. As we cover the day's work and go our separate ways, I look at how fluidly they talk to each other and how easy they laugh together as they walk down to the dorm. It makes me appreciate Misha's skill at sign language more. I wonder if I'll ever reach that level, or if I will ever have the time to. I'm sure you will, right? Like, if you keep going at it, like, of course you'll get to where Misha is now, after like a year or whatever.